What's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope that everyone's having a great day, and thank you for joining me for your daily dose of Star Wars. If you've been following the channel for a while, you might have seen the video I did way back in March of this year, when we still don't know a whole lot about Snoke, and a whole lot about who he was. At the time I made the case that Supreme Leader Snoke was Darth Plagueis, but now I'm not so sure that that's actually the case. The only reason I'm not so sure is because it seems that Disney has been taking a lot of things from the EU and just changing a few characteristics of the character here and there, giving them a new name, and calling it canon. So it doesn't seem like they are going to have Snoke be Plagueis, even though he is technically canon due to his name being mentioned in Revenge of the Sith. I think that the more likely thing for Disney to do is just make him a very similar character. But there are still so many similarities between Snoke and Plagueis that Disney can't ignore. And I think that if he isn't Plagueis, the only reason that's the case is because they changed it because we probably figured it out. In the prequel trilogy, we learned that Darth Plagueis was believed to have the ability and power to create life. And while Plagueis was a Mun, it seemed Disney decided to make him a very decrepit human. But that's okay because Muns aren't even canon anymore, since Revenge of the Sith never mentions what kind of being he was. Snoke was around before the Empire rose and fall. He saw it rise and fall, and he's still around. Somehow, someway, Snoke has to have the power to create life, or at least keep himself alive. In The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren says, "The Supreme Leader is wise. Darth Plagueis, the wise." In the most recent trailer we got for The Last Jedi, Supreme Leader Snoke says, "Fulfill your destiny." And where have we heard that before? Palpatine. Where did he learn that? Plagueis. Despite the fact that Snoke looks more human than Mun, the concept art for The Force Awakens looks a lot more like Darth Plagueis, which is telling us that Snoke is Plagueis, or they are just creating a new character that has all of the same characteristics as Plagueis. I would rather have Snoke be Plagueis because it would just be better to tie every trilogy together. If Palpatine murdered Plagueis, which is based off of Snoke's physical appearance, could be the case. So for all of the movies are tied together, Kylo is related to Darth Vader and talks to Vader's helmet. Han, Leia, and Luke are in the new trilogy. If they didn't want any of these stories to be connected, when it came time to have a new Star Wars trilogy, they wouldn't even have asked Mark, Harrison, or Carrie to be a part of it. But they did because they wanted to have all of the stories tied together. The main villain of the original 6 films is Palpatine. He was the big bad of the prequel trilogy and of the original trilogy, but now he's dead, and Disney and Lucasfilm have to find someone to replace him. And who better than to replace Palpatine than Palpatine's master, Darth Plagueis. Why is he named Snoke then, you might be wondering? There's no more Sith in the sequel trilogy, and if Snoke really is Plagueis, I assume he decided to say no more to the Sith after his apprentice tried to kill him. With all of the time and attention to detail that Lucasfilm and Star Wars takes with these movies, I can't imagine them making the big bad of this trilogy someone we've never heard of. When, like I mentioned before, they have all of these callbacks to past trilogies and they're all tied together for one huge story. The last thing I want to mention is the music between the two characters is the same. It's deep bass choral music for both characters, and the only major difference between the two is that one is slower than the other. Music in Star Wars is huge and it's important, and there's no way that John Williams just happened to accidentally recreate a certain piece of music just sped up 1.5 times faster. There has to be meaning behind it, and I think that meaning is that Snoke is Plagueis, or should I say, he should be Plagueis. Hopefully we find out who Snoke really is in The Last Jedi, but I wouldn't place any bets on it. Luckily though, if it is in The Last Jedi, we don't have long to wait. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. If you're a daily coffee drinker and want to be one of the first to see a new video as soon as I can get it up, hit that bell down there to receive a notification on your iOS or Android device. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, keep loving Star Wars. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.